The story of Liu Zhao premiered. Ancient costumes are hilarious. Wang Churan performed well. Zhang Wanyi was slightly worse. On the evening of August 12th, the TV series The Story of Liu Zhao was launched on Tencent Video with 4 episodes, officially opening the premiere mode. Starring Zhang Wanyi and Wang Churan, this TV series tells the story of the hero and heroine falling in love in an imaginary ancient costume environment. Of course, this love process is from falsehood to sincerity. The biggest highlight of the play, and also the peculiarity of the beginning of the TV series, is that the hero needs to realize his own scheme and false feelings, while the heroine, because of amnesia, when facing the hero's false feelings, she actually showed her true feelings. There will be many self-defeating laughs when false feelings are compared with true feelings. Therefore, this TV series was very successful in the script design stage. In the creation of specific segments, the more false feelings the hero is, and the more sincere the heroine is, the more laughs there are, and the more baggage there is. We can also call this baggage-making technique a misunderstanding. Of course, the misunderstanding here is based on the premise that the heroine has lost her memory. In the 4 episodes of the show that have been released, the heroine is still in a state of amnesia. When the heroine regains her memory in the subsequent plot, the play should take other interesting paths. In terms of sincerity, Wang Churan's performance is relatively accurate. Especially the setting of the heroine who calls her husband when she goes home and is a master of business and worldly affairs when she goes out. It is very successful in the script stage. And Wang Churan's degree of realization of the script role is also remarkable. This young actor can control the dual personality of silly and sweet and female elite in the role of the heroine at the same time, which is very worthy of recognition. Based on the current 4 episodes, this TV series is intended to make people laugh. The heroine has already determined that the hero is the husband, and the hero has to pretend that he is the husband, so there will be a lot of fun. For example, in the 3rd episode, this god is jealous of talent's fun is simply a stroke of genius. In comedy creation, dirty jokes are the easiest to generate fun. The content of the god is jealous of talent segment is actually similar to dirty jokes. Of course, this kind of baggage is harmless, and everyone can just laugh. However, to achieve this fun, the heroine needs to be very sincere when performing. Wang Churan is also very good at controlling this sincerity. At the same time, in sincerity, it is also necessary to bring some female comedy sense. For example, at the beginning of the God is Jealous of Talent segment, the performance of the heroine rushing to take off her clothes after getting into bed was well controlled by Wang Churan, with both meat and vegetables, fat but not greasy. The performance of the male protagonist Zhang Wanyi is not satisfactory. Or, it is still a little far from satisfactory. Zhang Wanyi's current problem is that in all TV dramas, there is only one expression, and the expression when performing is not rich enough. In terms of line performance, Zhang Wanyi seems to want to learn from Luo Jin. However, it should be noted that Luo Jin can handle many comedy roles, and can work hard on details to make the characters more interesting. Zhang Wanyi's current performance level often tends to deduct points from the role, rather than add points. For example, the God is Jealous of Talent segment in the 3rd episode, especially in the final stage, when the male protagonist and the doctor are talking, this is a typical joke. At this time, the more sincerely angry the male protagonist is, the louder the joke will be. However, when Zhang Wanyi was performing the role, he looked fake at first glance. Not only was he not angry, but he pretended to be angry too obviously. This way, the audience will feel that it is just a play. The biggest problem with Zhang Wanyi's performance in Liu Zhao should be that he is not engaged enough. He is more like mechanically completing the lines assigned by the script. Moreover, Zhang Wanyi cannot grasp the rhythm of comedy for many lines. This young actor still has a lot of immaturity. Once he plays a scheming role, it seems that his performance control ability is far from enough. In other words, the relationship between Zhang Wanyi and the characters in the script is more like a child playing with a big gun. Zhang Wanyi is immature, but the character is already sophisticated and sophisticated. His personal temperament cannot control the character's temperament. In addition, he lacks the talent for comedy performance, so in this TV series, whenever the male lead appears, the role will appear relatively dull. From the perspective of traffic fans, Liu Zhao is of course a success in choosing Zhang Wanyi. However, from the perspective of role realization, Zhang Wanyi is still a long way from having real acting skills. This play, if replaced by a male actor with better acting skills to present it, will be more interesting.